The longest game so far, at least for me, in MLG tournament history, comes out between SlayerSBoxer and FnaticRain. What are we going to see in game number 2? I'm not sure, day 9, but we're jumping right into it because we got to get this tournament crack-a-lackin'.
It's time for game number 2 of FnaticRain versus SlayerSBoxer.
What do you think? What do you think those two guys after like, oh my gosh, hour and 2-minute game? You know, I'm like, you had a 36-minute game. A lot of times you're like, wow, that took a lot out of me. Double that in one series, and then just to have it sort of unfold in a matter of a couple of in-game minutes.
They probably feel like the turkey was very overcooked.
Could have been a little rubbery.
I mean, in this position, it's so important that you can clear your head, that you don't fall into that trap of thinking about that last game that just filled up a full hour of your time. In the bottom right corner, we have the Emperor himself, the man who would narrowly miss the chance to force a draw in the previous game. It is SlayerSBoxer. And in the bottom left, coming out of the open bracket when it seemed so stale, manages to sprint forward and get that 80-food huge win in the previous game. The man up 1-0, Fnatic MSI-Rain.
With that win over Boxer, Sean, it continues to put Rain in just this, if you were just not even watching his games and just looking at his results on paper.
Oh, yeah.
He defeated MMA in a 2-1 series. He's up 1 game versus Boxer in the winter bracket semifinals. Rain has been absolutely 100% impressive this entire competition.
Yeah, Rain has just seemed virtually unstoppable in this tournament, getting good result after good result, but does have a couple of those vulnerabilities that shone through in his gameplay. So if Boxer can take advantage of those, he might be able to pull off a win in this game, but can he do it twice in a row?
By the way, saying hello to the blue stream out there. If you're watching, we're picking up in the middle of a series here on the red stream, SlayerSBoxer versus FnaticRain. You may have just missed an hour and 12-minute matchup. 12. TBT, nothing but air, Hunter-Seeker missiles, every upgrade.
I mean, I think we saw every single unit get built from Terran, except a Reaper. And oh no, it looks like this one SCV from Boxer is down to very low health. He's going to continue to go in circles, but how long can he do it? Will he get motion sick and crash? No, it looks like Boxer does manage to keep the SCV alive. Good crowd, yeah.
Waiting for that Marine to come out, and Rain's going to say, I won't suffer a similar fate, so he goes ahead and gets out of there. He did also see exactly what Boxer was building with the racks and the factory. Over on the other side, we have a 1 racks fast expand coming out by Rain as he throws down the command center on the lip, the little area that's basically made for a command center to be built right there, and his factory goes down.
I'm actually quite surprised to see a command center as a response by Rain. 1 barracks fast command center, not an unusual build, but going 1 barracks, then immediately getting a gas, and then command centering, that's quite unusual. And Boxer, again, all the players on Team Slayer seem to have very focused, deliberate build, not an element of surprise, just well practiced.
He's going to be going and getting that blue flame right away on the tech lab of that factory. Factory 4 Rain just about to finish up. And he's got no add-on thus far. There it goes, down on the barracks. We'll see the tech lab over there, inevitably the switch. But that will mean Boxer will have Blue Flame a little bit earlier. Now, even though he went command center, we do have the bunker at the top of the ramp, which would kind of negate those, which means he may have to go into, and there is a starport right there. He's going to have to focus on a drop in order to get some internal base damage done on Rain.
SlayerSBoxer, though, I think is going to be in a good position to do a lot of heavy harassment. We see that there's the reactor going down that will allow the production of the Hellions 2 at a time. The starport can produce a medevac right out the gate, and there it is being planted right now. And Boxer has 2 Hellions on the map, shutting down any possible vision advantage. But will Rain immediately get the Viking? He does. That will force those Hellions to be trapped in his base. This is actually quite an interesting timing by Rain, but as we've seen, Boxer snuck into Rain's base in game 1 and killed 10 SCVs.
Yep, and we do have a supply block here for Boxer, but he is waiting. Once Flighty Bow finishing up there, and then his medevac will come out. Going to make another switch, as I assume he'll get the medevac out, put possibly even the starport on the tech lab, do something there, as he's got reactored Hellions coming out, or he could just build on top of that tech lab. We got another reactor coming down for the racks, and there is Boxer's CC right now. It looks like he's going to put these Hellions at the tower. Viking is going to move out here, and will he hit the timing? He might be able to just bag this this medevac here. Boxer very, very smartly moves away, and will get away with that medevac. So he's going to set up to do exactly that drop.
Sneaky, sneaky play there by Boxer. The Marines now going to be able to do some damage, but this was a great play by Boxer, because look at the Viking cutting all the way to the north side, and meanwhile the medevac gets a free move into the main. Does look like Rain is more than ready, though. We see, looks like he's loading all those Marines up. Could potentially be quite bad for Rain.
And you'll see him. There we have him drop down. All four of them will get out. He's going to split his Marines quite nicely.
Oh, no!
Wow.
And it looks like Rain cleans the drop up. Boxer unable to do much damage, and this Viking at the exact wrong side of the map.
And he didn't even have Blue Flame at that point. You know, just showing the numbers working out in Rain's favor. However, Boxer's not quite done yet. He's going to drop in yet again. I do believe that other medevac with two Hellions making his way in. He's going to have to deal with this, though. Is Blue Flame done? It is, but we've only got one Hellion in here. He's going to get surrounded by SCVs. He needs another hit right there, and he does kill some SCVs. A second one possibly coming. There's no other units here inside the main. Do we have those other Hellions drop? No, it doesn't.
12
look
workers
like he's dropped
killed
in quite
by
yet.
Boxer.
Here comes Rain with his drop.
Rain now unloading his own Blue Flame Hellions, and Boxer, lines him up on the right. And a big hit. Rain does incredible damage with these two Hellions. 6 workers, actually. It looked way more incredible. I guess just special effects.
The special effects do make it look like that. So we do have Boxer with the higher worker killed count right now. That does put the SCV count at Rain having the advantage with 29. His opponent 26 now. And tanks starting to come out for Rain. We saw his tank production begin a little bit earlier than Boxer in the last game as well. And another load up here by Boxer on only a 20 hit point medevac. That could be a bit scary.
Oh, no. There it falls. Huge damage. To think that Boxer simply needed to walk into the front, but Rain feeling a little flustered. Look at that maximum queue up of SCVs on the orbital, also queued up in the main. Boxer trying to step back to that usual mech mixture that we saw him do well with. Even though Boxer is behind in workers, behind in almost every way, he does have that map control advantage, and a drop in the bottom right gets cleaned up nicely by Boxer, evening the scores up a little bit more.
Yeah, he did clean that up pretty nice. Only a couple of SCVs killed there. A lot of them have been softened up, though, so another nice drop could do some damage. We have Boxer moving out now. About 5 Hellions, a few Marines, a Viking, and a Raven as well. However, keep in mind, Rain has those tanks out earlier, which makes it a little bit difficult to take care of.
You see the Viking gets taken down. Rain having a few too many Vikings of his own. But it looks like tanks not actually on the field right now. Nice pick by Boxer. More tanks incoming. 4 for Boxer. How many for Rain? Only 1 and 2 in production. This is a big timing. If Boxer can hit this, he can pull himself back in, but right now, Rain in the lead.
Yeah, I think Boxer, the big difference in, oh my gosh, we haven't even seen Siege started yet for Rain, and I do feel like Boxer doing something a little bit different where he went Hellion heavy right at the beginning. Now, adding those tanks into the mix. Siege is just finished up, and here he goes. He's going to siege up in the back line. How much damage can he do? A couple hits do go off.
The tank hit is actually tremendous. Boxer has more Vikings and can produce them 2 at a time due to this reactor. Can Rain do the same? Yes, but he is very, very cramped on gas. Boxer can begin the slow crawl forward. Rain's going to have an amazing control with those Hellions in the unit station. 15 Hellions for Rain, 10 for Boxer. That is the advantage that Boxer lies with.
And as more of these tanks come out, he can start to move this line forward, leapfrog these tanks closer and closer to his opponents. front base here. He's in a position where he could easily begin to not only push into the natural, but cut off and make it difficult for that third that's north of the expansion. That barracks is going to go down. And with that Viking control or air superiority right now in the numbers, I think that's pretty good. But there is siege mode coming to full effect for Rain. Sieging up.
No, and it looks like Boxer is in range at the right flank here. Will likely drop an auto turret to pick these tanks off. And it looks like Rain, oh no, losing track of a couple of Hellions. Rain losing the huge advantage that he has, which is the higher Hellion count. And now Boxer going to begin the slow inch forward. There's the auto turrets being dropped. And the push from Boxer. Where do the tanks run for Rain? They're surrounded the land by Boxer, and the Hellions sweep into the front. A clean push from Boxer. The expansion, he's lining them up, Wheat, and there's a good game.
A slight modification to the same build, adding the tanks, applying the pressure, made that much of a difference.
And you really see how Boxer analyzed the situation, was behind, and said, I have more tanks, I might have fewer SCVs, fewer Hellions, but if I can get these tanks in a good position, then you will not be able to regain control of your front. The Vikings allowing the tanks to sneak a little bit farther forward and a little bit farther forward, and that magical Raven is always helping in those fights with the auto turret.
Well, guys, Game 3 is going to decide this series. Who will advance and stay alive in the winner bracket? Will it be SlayerSBoxer or will it be FnaticRain? Don't go away. I'm DJ Wheat.
And I'm Day 9. Match point right after this.